Hello, I'm Anna Louise from Team Operation Sparkle, and today I'm going to be showing you how to cook and prepare white fish to have with your step 2 meals with the 1-to-1 diet by Cambridge Weight Plan. So today we'll be cooking white fish in the form of hake, good fishes to prepare and cook for step 2 meals. I would say a cod, haddock, hake, and anything that's a firm and medium to fleshy fish. So this is a very firm fish, and this will be lovely when you have it with, say, leeks and spinach, or broccoli, or any sort of leafy vegetables. So first of all, we're going to prepare our hake. So using a piece of kitchen roll, we've just got that double-sided, we're just going to pat dry the fish. Now this is to stop the fish from sticking to the pan. Even if you do have a non-stick frying pan, we're just going to cook this on the hob. No oven is needed here, but this will just stop any of the flesh sticking and therefore breaking up, because fish can be very temperamental like that. So we are going, now that we've pat that dry, we're just going to weigh it on the scale. So just set it to 0, just put a small plate on it, and we are just going to weigh. And for this, for step 2, we need 240 grams of white fish, and that's about the equivalent of about 180 calories. So, that's pretty spot on. So that's 240 grams, and we need to make sure this is skinless and boneless as well. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put our large frying pan. I would say for fish, use a large frying pan. Don't make it too busy and too small, otherwise it will give you less room to turn your fish, and therefore it might break. So we're going to put it on the middle hob there, and I'm just going to put it onto a very low heat. This is really important because you don't want to overcook the fish. If you burn the fish, then it might break up, and also it will stick, and it just won't look very nice, and it might not taste as nice either. So we're just going to make sure that it's on a very low to medium heat. And on an induction hob, I would suggest maybe a 4 or 5, maybe even as high as a 6, but test it on your induction hob, as all are different. We're going to use our plain cooking spray. We've got sunflower oil fry light here. We're just going to do a couple of sprays. Just done 5 sprays there. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the fish like that. And you shouldn't hear a sizzle. The idea is not to hear a sizzle, because we're not trying to burn the fish. We're not trying to crisp the fish. We're just trying to cook it on a gentle heat. And with this, we do have the skins on this, but it's easy to take them off once you've cooked them. So we're just going to season with a couple of turns of salt and pepper. And this is one person's portion, so you get quite a large helping of fish for this. So we're just going to do a couple of turns. There we go. So that's salt and pepper there. And we're just going to leave that to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. And what you'll notice is as it starts to cook, you'll see the sides of the fish, just the edges, they'll turn slightly whiter. And that just means that it's cooking through. So by having it on this low heat, you're keeping it regulated, and you're just kind of keeping an eye on it. But I wouldn't suggest touching it. What I might do is maybe just move it slightly, just on here, just so we know it's not sticking. That's a good tip. So we're just going to leave that to cook. So that's just been a couple of minutes, and as you can see around this fish here, you've got a bit more of the white around the edge. So that just means that it's cooking through. And so what we're going to do now is, with a silicone spatula, just so we don't scratch the non-stick pans, we've also got some silicone tongs here as well, just in case we need them as extra reinforcements. So we're just going to slide our fish slice underneath it, and we're just going to turn it. So that was 3 minutes on the first side, and then on this side we shouldn't need any longer than 2 minutes. So it'll be a very quick fish to cook, and as I said, we do have the skins on this one, but what we're going to do is before we serve it, we're just going to peel the skins off, because unlike some fish, this is a very sort of non-oily, non-fatty fish. So it just keeps it all in place, and so the fish doesn't break up. Trial and error, I've learned. So we're now going to season the top with salt and pepper. And as you can see, it's just got a nice golden colour on the top. So, you know, it's a nice sort of firm fish, and it doesn't need to be overly coloured or a crispy skin or anything like that. On step 2, we take off the skin. I think I've said that. So, just giving it a bit of a wobble, just making sure it's not sticking. That's fine, it's got a bit of movement. So you don't want it to catch and burn, you see. Now, when you know that the fish is cooked, right? So, we just need to just press it gently on the top. If you can still feel that it's a bit soft in the middle, don't go to the outside, just go to the middle. If it's still a bit soft on the inside as you press it, then it just needs a few more minutes to cook. But one important thing to note is that when you take it off and put it on the plate, just leave it to rest for maybe a minute and a half, and then the residual heat will cook through without basically turning it to crispy fish. So it will just cook gently in the middle. So I would say that is almost done. So let's just double check. So that's got a nice golden colour. And so has this one. So just double checking again that everything's cooked, because whitefish is something that we're not very commonly cooking. I know that I certainly didn't cook whitefish before I started the plan. So it is all about trial and error. So if you don't get it on your first try, don't worry at all. It's not a problem, we've all done it. So I would now say that this is a nice firm texture now. So what we're going to do is we're going to serve it up. I'm going to serve it skin side up on this plate here. And then we're just going to turn the heat off. How quick was that? So we're going to turn it upside down. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take off the skins. Look how easily that peels off. So easy, right? Otherwise you'll just hack the fish to pieces. Beautiful. And if you can also see how juicy and flavoursome that looks. Can you see all the shine on there? So we're just going to do the same for the other fillet as well. Oh, almost in one clean sweep. There we go. And then just to finish off, we've just served it here with leeks and spinach. It's just a nice healthy way. So this is exactly 200 calories for your step 2 meal. We have 20 calories worth of leeks and spinach. If you want to check out that recipe, it's on the video earlier in our channel. And then this is our hake. We're just going to finally season everything with a bit of salt and pepper, not too much, so we don't want to overpower the fish. A bit of salt, and you are ready. Thank you very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.